So King's Dominion has a new roller coaster, which makes it 13 coasters. Think we can do them all in one day? Hey everybody, it's Paul 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and we're here at King's Dominion, and that is going right now, their 13th coaster, Repterra. And this video is all about our challenge. Can we ride all 13 coasters? Now, the key at this point is there's actually 12 because we don't do kiddie coasters. So there will be 12 coasters we're going to try to ride today. So can we get them all done in one day? And how long will it take? Well, let's find out. All right, so we're kicking it off here with Dominator, since it's right here at the front of the park and I just did a full walkthrough. So Dominator is a B&M floorless coaster, which was actually first originally at Geauga Lake. And I figured, you know what, we might as well show you what it's most known for. And that is its giant loop. It's one of the largest vertical loops in the country. So it's almost to the top. And like I said, this is definitely going to be our first coaster. We're going to try to do all 12. I will then come back and let you know how long we waited. So you can kind of judge for yourself if you're able to do all 12. But here comes the drop. And in the back row, you get incredible amount of hang right there. So that is Dominator. Comes whipping through here and goes over here to the Cobra Roops. Might as well give you as much as we can, right? So our first coaster of the challenge will be Dominator. All right, so our first coaster right now is Dominator, and it was actually walk-on, so if I get a lot more like that, we're going to be able to do this challenge in under like 2 hours, but I am not anticipating that, especially with the brand new Repterra. I'm sure I'm going to be staying there. And then Pantherium, if it's open, because I heard rumors yesterday that it may not actually be open this year, so that's a little disconcerting if you ask me, but we'll find out as we walk through the park. So I found out that Soak City wasn't open today after I drove all the way out here. So, but first coaster is Dominator. Highly recommend it. It's definitely a top 5 in the park. It used to be higher up there, but now with Repterra and a few of the other ones they put in there, Grizzly's looking better. We're definitely going to have to check that out here. But next one on my list here, right there it is Woodstock Express. So when we do these counts, for the year, we're not doing kid coasters, but we are doing family coasters, and this one qualifies as a family coaster because it is a junior PTC winning coaster. So this one will actually count in our quest for 125. So because of that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go jump on Woodstock Express. Now the problem with these is kind of like Comet at Hershey Park. There is so many kids that can ride it that it ends up being longer lines than some of these bigger rides. As you can tell, there is a line right there. So let's see how long it takes me to get on Woodstock Express. So we just got off of Woodstock Express, our second coaster, and that was one train wait, so not too bad. I'm going to come over here because it is our 53rd coaster of the year, so of course I have to do the short. But at this point, making pretty good time. I'm about a half hour in, knocked out 2 coasters out of the 12, so 10 more to go. Still got double digits to go, but all in all, not doing too bad with this challenge. I definitely should try to get it done in 3 hours. And it's been probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but I had a walk on with Dominator. And then of course I had a one train wait there for Woodstock Express. Now we're gonna get into the Timbili section, so that's gonna get a little bit more hairy. All right, so I'm leaving the kids section there because I did want to check out on Great Pumpkin Coaster, but that one does not count, people. that one does not count at all during our 12. So it's actually 13 coasters at this park, but we're not counting the Great Pumpkin there. And we got 2 so far, but now we're going into Jungle Expedition section, and this is where we're going to make up. We're either going to make the 2 hours or not, because they got 6 coasters in this area. They've got Backstreet Backlot Stunt Coaster. They've got Flight of Fear. They got Pantherian, which is the old I-305, Reptilian, Tambili, and of course Repterra. So you've got a lot of them right here in this section, and I figured I might as well start over here in this corner and work my way back. So basically Tambili, Reptilian, over to Repterra, then jump over to Flight of Fear, jump over to Pantherian, and then end with Backlot Stunt Coaster. So my fingers are crossed that we're able to do it, and in between each one I'm going to give you a heads up on how long they took on a Tuesday in June. Right there's the airplane and stuff, but yeah, right there's Tambili. Might as well jump on Tambili. Alright, so I'm coming out to Tambili, and there's a 15-minute wait on this one. So you gotta realize it's only 4 per side, so it just takes some time to get this one going. But all in all, not a bad ride. I like it better than the Jokers. These are the 4Ds by, I guess, Premier, but really RMC kind of put them together there. So Tambili is done, and next one is going to be Repterra, which would be my 55th coaster, my 392nd. So, but Tambili is done. 3 coasters are done. All right, so after 20 minutes, Repterra is down, and Reptilian has a huge line. So we're going to actually head up this way and try to make number 55 either Backlot Stunt Coaster or Flight of Fear. So we'll figure out which one that's going to be. But that was quite a bummer because it was going all day, and it kind of broke the roller skate rule. So thank God the Scrambler's going though. But so yeah, I'm going to end over and go to Flight of Fear, and hopefully Flight of Fear is going because with Repterra it was looking like it wasn't going to be there. So we're going to add 20 minutes to the time, or do I deduct it? I think we're going to deduct it because it was non-productive time. So at this point we still have 3 coasters with Tambili, Dominator, and Woodstock Express. And now we're going to jump over here real quick here to jump on Pantherium and to jump over on Flight of Fear, and then end it over there at Backlot, and keep an eye on the other 2 throughout the day. Alright, so we are on our 4th coaster. We are now done with our 4th coaster, which is Flight of Fear, still Flight of Fear. However, we ran into a little snag here with our competition. Right here is Pantherium. Pantherium is actually closed at this point, which makes it 11 coasters that I need to ride today, not the full 12, so it's a little bit of a bummer there. Let's check it out here. So I thought it was open earlier this year, but I guess not. Color scheme's looking good and all that, but all in all, Flight of Fear is our 4th coaster of the day. So we are now off to Backlot Coaster. Oh, and by the way, it took 15 minutes. So I had 15-minute time there for this one. So right now with our challenge accepted, we have Pantherian, which is actually closed, and you've got Repterra, which is actually closed for repair. But you know what? We need to talk about the Lost roller coaster here. So right there's Pantherian. And right now we're at 4, so we only can get on 11. So, but missing this year is actually right over here. This is where Anaconda used to be. It's now actually pretty scenic without that rusting pile of arrow looper right there. So this is where Anaconda was, and now it's actually pretty beautiful. So sometimes you add by subtracting, and that's the case with Anaconda here. But let's go and jump on Backlot Coaster. That will be our 5th one for the day. All right, so we're about halfway done with our challenge here. 15-minute wait for backlot stunt coaster, which of course, because of Repterra being down, the Flight of Fears and them got bigger, but 15 minutes, that sounds about fair there. So let's do a tally and put that here on the bottom. And let's get ready to go to Reptilian and see if Repterra is back going again. So yeah, I think it's time for a little bit of a medley there. All right, so we are about halfway done with our challenge here, and it's been about 15-minute waits most of the day, so it hasn't been too bad here, but we're gonna head to the other side of the park. Now, with that being said, we are about halfway done with our video, so if you like what we do, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Simple click for you means a lot to us. And also make sure that you check out our podcast, the Trimmed and Stable podcast. It's now on YouTube, so if you're a member, you actually can get our Trimmed and Stable podcast, but you can actually just find it on anywhere you get your podcasts. So if you like, you know, if you listen to Spotify or you listen to any of those other ones, Apple Podcasts and stuff, you can definitely get our podcast there. And it's about once a week, maybe twice a week, and it's about a half hour. So it's on different subjects about different trips, different rankings and stuff like that. So if you're into amusement parks, if you're into roller coasters, definitely check out the Trimmed and Stable podcast. And now let's go back to Challenge Accepted. All right, so I jumped on Reptilian, and then I ran over to Repterra, and of course, I'm 0 for 2. I was in line again, and it went down again. So at this point, and really I was in the same spot in line, so I was just about to enter the station, so I've yet to actually see the station, but right now, Repterra is not being that great. So, but I did get Reptilian, and that one is our 6th one of the day. So after this, I'm going to head over to the other side of the park, knock out Racer 76 and all that. Reptilian took 15 minutes, so most of these lines are not too bad, but I do need to do the short for this one. So I'm going to head on over to the other side of the park, and hopefully we have better luck, because it's pretty, but it's 0 for 2. All right, so our 7th coaster of the day is Racer 75, which used to be the old Rebel Yell, old wooden coaster that runs alongside of the park and the water park. So you get a great view of the water park from there. But Racer 75 was running really well, and it was completely walk-on. They only had one side going, but because they only had one side going, it's still 2 trains. So yeah, I guess on the heat of the day, oh, there's a swinging person there. But on the swing of the day there, it definitely is probably just walk on 90% of the time. So heading over here to Twisted Timbers and Apple's Apple, and then Grizzly, and then we're going to go see if Repterra is back to see if we can finish the challenge that way. All right, so we knocked out 2 coasters in a row here. So that was Apple's Apple. Apple's Apple is a mouse, and this one took about 15 minutes, maybe close to 20. It was a little iffy there. They were stacking some trains a little bit there. So, but this is a pretty fun ride here. I actually enjoyed it more than I usually do. I'm going up the lift there. So Apple's Apple took about 15 minutes, but the big guy here, Twisted Timbers. You'd think Twisted Timbers would be a half hour and all that. Twisted Timbers was actually walk-on today, guys. Twisted Timbers was walk-on. So at this point, we only have 2 more coasters to go. And I'm going to hit up there real quick here. So the next one I got that I can definitely get today is Grizzly. And then I have to go see if Repterra is going to open. So twice today we actually had to jump back in line twice. But right now it's been about 3 hours. So we got on pretty much most of the rides within 3 hours. So as we walk over to Grizzly, let's see if we can complete this challenge. All right, so it's about a 15-minute wait for Grizzly. So I'm going to add it all together, and right now on the bottom right corner, actually, let's make it the top left corner, we're going to give you what our actual wait time was for today for the 10 coasters that we were able to do. Now, depending on when I go back to the other side of the park, if we get Repterra, we will actually adjust the time. But right now, that is the time. So it is possible to do all the coasters at this park because Pantherian, we weren't able to do, and we weren't able to do at this point Repterra, but hopefully that can change. But if not, right there is our total wait time today. All right, so I wandered back here to Repterra, and it actually just took me 15 minutes to get on this thing, so it actually was not too bad of a wait there. So we're going to add 15 minutes to the total. So the new total is now on the screen, and we were able to get on 11 coasters, and these are our total wait times. So not too bad for getting on there. And let's be honest, it would be a 10 to 15 minute wait if Pantherian was on, even though it is one of the most intense coasters on the planet. A lot of people actually don't like it that much. So that is our total right there. So challenge, we were able to ride every coaster that was operating at Kings Dominion in about 3.5 to 4 hours. We figured 4 hours it would take you there. Like I said, right there is Pantherian, but we weren't able to get on it today because it was closed. But hopefully next time we come and visit, we'll be able to jump on there. So challenge has been accepted. We were hoping for 3 hours. It took about 4. So the total time in the wait line is there. And guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you follow us and like us on Instagram and Facebook and all those. We're on all the social media. So once again, guys, can't wait to see you in the queue.